everybody. We're going to try this one more time. I just figure we keep doing it until we get it right. My name is Tonya Nicole, and today we're here for Talks and Tea with me, Tonya Nicole. So go ahead and grab your tea if you don't already have it, and send a message in the box. Take a picture of you with your tea and come on, join in on this live. It's going to be good tonight, and I know it's going to be good because these technical difficulties have been unique. So, the tea that I'm drinking tonight, as you see, my mug says positive vibes. So, despite any technical difficulties, we have our tea and we are going to have some positive vibes today. I am excited for you all to come on in. Today, we are going to be talking on the topic of being practical. And it's a great thing that, hey, things don't always work out how you want them to, but with everything that you go through in life, there's always an experience to learn from them. So, these technical difficulties might be another talks and tea on next week. But without further ado, I have my tea. As I said, my mug says positive vibes, and I have a calming tea. So anything that comes on and hits me today, it is okay because I just take it in stride. And that's one of the reasons why I really like different teas. I do make my own teas as well, but I've been kind of promoting some of the teas that I've been having. And today's tea is, let me see if I can get this. It's a relaxing tea. And it's just really to kind of set yourself at ease. It's not one that puts you to sleep, but it just kind of gives you a good mindset base to find balance and to be able to take all of these things that run and hit you as you go along. So, welcome everybody again. This is Talks and Tea with me, your girl, Tonya Nicole. And let's get started with our talk. As we're doing our talk, do the usual. Give me comments. Hi, Aunt Kathy. Hey, Wendy. It's great to see you all. As you're coming in, join in. If you have your tea tonight, take a picture of you drinking your tea, post it on my page. I'd love to see you as we're joining together in our talk tonight. Today, the question or the thing that was set out for us was being practical. And I really went into a little mini research of learning the difference between some of these ideas that we put in our head and we say, this is how things are supposed to be, for whatever reason that we say that. And I looked up the definitions of a few words that often come my way and that often lead in a lot of things that drive my mindset on a daily basis. And so two of those words were reality or realistic and practical. When I looked up practical, and give me your feedback when we had started the last live, I know Brianna had joined in and told us her idea of what is being practical, but go ahead and share with me your ideas of what do you think it means to be practical or to be realistic. Join me in that conversation. And as you're giving your ideas, I'm going to read some of the definitions that I looked up about being practical and being realistic. So the definitions that I read about being practical are being concerned with the actual doing, not the theory or ideas, or a plan, idea, or method that is likely to succeed in real circumstances or being feasible. When I looked up the definition of reality, what came what came up were things as they actually are, the state or quality of having existence or substance, not an idealistic view. And so this really got me to thinking because I use this a lot to guide me in my decision. Of what is being practical with the actual. What I use this a lot is the idea of how to guide my thoughts. And as the more that I read and learned and researched about those two words, it made me think being practical and being realistic sound very much like playing it safe. And I'm sure that is a great thing. However, what there's so many things that are lost at times when you play safe. So for me, my personal story is just I've never really fit the mold. Um, my ideas were always outside of the box, somewhere around the box. And the idea of what was being created in my mind and what I was thinking I was supposed to do and thinking I was supposed to be and what I felt drawn to often didn't seem like the practical or the safe or the steady choice. And so I struggled a lot of times in growing up, in developing into my own, in trying to figure out if my goal is to be realistic and practical, but my passion and my purpose and all of these things that I felt compelled to do didn't fit in that box of practical or realistic, then something's not right. And what I realized, what came of that is I wasn't created to fit the mold. And that's something that I think is so important, not just for us to teach ourselves, because we do need to pour that into ourselves, but also as we're teaching and training future generations. It is so important that everybody understands everybody has a place. And some people's place might fit more in some sections, some sectors, and others may fit better in other sectors. And if you find yourself uncomfortable where you are, you may not actually fit what is designed to be practical. And so I challenge everybody today to move beyond that. I started a book, and it was recommended to me, and I started a book called The 1 Minute Millionaire. And it brought up the term manifest. It was bringing up the idea of the manifest theory. And as I did my research, I looked into okay, so practical doesn't fit, reality doesn't quite fit. So, what is this idea of manifest? And the definition that I looked up of manifest is clear to the eye and mind, a display of feeling by actions. It's the evidence of it is proved and it becomes apparent. So then I got to thinking a little bit more and taking the idea that I didn't fit the mold in the box of practical and reality. And so, where is the area that I should fit in, or where should I be? Where is where I belong? And so I looked in this idea of manifest. And if you take the idea of manifesting and you combine that with reality and practical, then you manifest for yourself what is your reality and what is practical. You think for yourself and create in your mind what should be. You create a place for yourself. And when you manifest your thoughts, you no longer need to fit into the mold. You no longer need to be accepted in order to be included, but you now have the ability to transform what is known to be a common reality into what is the reality for you and what reality are you living. And then when you do that, when you recognize that power that you can manifest and you can change and you can make and prove something to be practical, something to be the reality, then you just start to discover how you are meant for so much more. Then you find a way to be and live in the truth of who you are and what your place is in the world. Give me feedback. What do you all think about that? What are you manifesting today? Not what is the practical life that other people told you you should live. Not what are the parameters of what people said is the reality box and you shouldn't move out of it. But what sort of things are you holding? What superpowers are instilled in you that make you no longer able to fit the mold? And how are you going to take what you manifest and amplify it to do more, to be more, to spread what is a new reality and a new expectation by putting your purpose into practice? My challenge to you, as you all are commenting, my challenge to you is to surround yourself with like minds. Because when you surround yourself with like minds, then you have an opportunity to create a community of a different reality. I love it, Wendy. It is called becoming. It is definitely called becoming. It is stepping into your own and taking those thoughts and that mindset that you know you were meant for something different and making it happen. No longer staying stuck behind or confined behind the views and the ideas of a box that only fits a very few. It is time for us to start creating our place and creating our space. A lot of people talk about having a seat at the table. And the challenge has been, well, create your own table. Well, bring your own seat. But why not? Why do those ideas and those things seem so far from what we know we should be doing? Is it because it's not practical? Is it because it's not realistic? Let's throw those words out the door and let's put in manifest. And manifest what you know you were intended to do. Manifest your realistic. Manifest your practical. Some of the ways that we can do this is looking into building yourself, surrounding yourself by people who are positive, getting a partner to guide you. Sometimes that looks like a coach or a mentor, but there's a process that you go through that takes you from where you are to where you want to be. And when you shift into that, you shift your mind first, and then your actions follow. So I challenge you all today, as you leave and you go out, continue our 7 days of daily affirmations, and you'll see those posts come up. But now that you're adding in those affirmations and changing what you see on yourself, I now encourage you to also change what you expect of yourself and what you'd like to see as a result. I hope this resonated with somebody today. If it did, go ahead and add your comments in the box. I'd love to hear more as we continue this conversation. Join me on my Facebook page, my fan page, which is Tonya Nicole LLC, where we have many more of these talks. Always like this video, share this video, and let's keep the conversation going. Always, my name is Tonya Nicole, and this has been Talks and Tea with me, Tonya Nicole, and I will see you every Tuesday and Thursday with Talks and Tea. Peace.